Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm sisters. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator 2 with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are getting back into it and continuing on with the mini roller coaster, which, I don't know, it feels like it's kind of telling us about Power Falls. I'm not sure. But with that said, let's jump into the game. All right, so here we are. Looking at things, we haven't had anything in Sparkleton or out in the desert, which is kind of odd. Technically, we haven't had anything in Sponge Valley either, or really inside Lubra City. So there's a lot of stuff that we haven't gotten to yet. I'm not sure how far along we are. We're about two-thirds of the way there. Two-thirds of the way, not bad. So let's go ahead and jump into the mini roller coaster and continue the job. So yeah, we do know that we do have some kind of a destiny that we need to recover the gems for the statue and turn the chest one around. Now, we did see in this, like, this crystal ball in the temple that it looked like it was showing the volcano, but, like, with a tree growing up out of it, like this massive purplish tree, which is interesting, to put it one way. So let's jump up here, and we'll continue on doing... Right, we're good with this. We're good with the white nozzle for now. As long as we don't run into any graffiti. That's the one thing that we've come across here that we haven't been able to clean with this nozzle is the graffiti that somebody has plastered all over the place. All right, looks like everything's good here. Oh, there's some flowers. All right, you know what? Let's just go with the snub. And like, yeah, we can go ahead and finish off this upper portion here. But yeah, it's like, you know, most of the stuff that's being put into the carnival these days is like the is like in reference to the local area, as opposed to just like random stuff like the Helter Skelter or the or even the merry-go-round, which was, you know, just added 3 years ago. So it is still relatively new. Although I'm not sure, you know, 3 years in terms of carnival, that's, you know, if it's an amusement park, yeah, okay, that's starting to show its age. But it's like, for as far as like at a carnival, you generally want to like new stuff. All right, there we go. I'm willing to bet we probably need to look at the other side of this, don't we? That's right, we were also cleaning the tree, which is a pretty mammoth job in and of itself. Like, thing is huge. So yeah, again, another tree motif. Right, there we go. There's the nest. I'm not looking forward to the next, 2 weeks from, well, I guess 2 weeks from today. Or whenever they get in town. Apparently my brother's coming into town for Thanksgiving, which is always a little meh. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Not exactly that we don't get along, it's just that we are two very, very different people. And he has always been sure that he knows what's best for me. And it's like, man, that's not true. Alright, so it looks like we're pretty good on everything on this side. I don't think we've cleaned the bottom of that yet. I don't know why there's like I don't know why there's like a jumping point here. That's a little weird. Of course, the fact that somebody's like been camping up here is a little bit weird too. There we go. Like, this is somebody's getaway spot. I'm still kind of surprised that we haven't heard from Kevin Bernard yet. Like, he's always got something to say whenever we come out to the carnival. Usually it's nothing particularly nice or good. Usually bitching and moaning about the other stalls and stuff. Like, in his opinion, it should just be, the whole carnival should just be his helter-skelter. That's it. Anything else is just a waste. Alright. To have one part of the tree left. Okay, there we go. I think that's got it all now. walk along here? Yes, we can. Don't back up too much. Alright, so there's still some part of this that's like, oh, right there. Oh yeah, right there. Alright, so we gotta get up onto here. Up where, about where this flower is. There we go. That's better. But yeah, like somebody's got like a beach chair and an umbrella up here, which is kind of odd. Like it's not exactly a place that I would think would be like comforting and cozy and all this stuff. All right. Ledge, but it might be, oh yeah, all the stuff underneath. All right, there's the roof bridge. There we go. That's better. I suppose before too long, we're going to have to figure out how we want to decorate our office. We've got plenty of furniture now. We've got various different types of furniture too. And the real question is, though, is where all can we put it? Like, does it all have to be down on the, oh. Must be this tall. Ride this Sheila Later's alligator. Well, that's not that tall at all. I'm too close. I'll just use the snub gun then. So, yeah. want to go up that. I want to... Yeah, I'm still really curious as to what this is supposed to be. Like, what is this supposed to be like a thing of? Is this supposed to be like the Everglades? Something more generic? It's supposed to be Power Falls. This just reminds me of SpongeBob stuff. Like bamboo type thing. Mind your head. I don't mind it at all. Come in handy every now and then. Deep in that crevice. Hello there, Moon Mage. Welcome. Continuing on with the absolutely enormous task of cleaning this entire frickin' roller coaster. Like, it is every time I think, okay, we're making pretty good progress, it's like, oh wait, nope, there's a whole other thing here. Like, hey, there's a whole other side to it that's like, yep, okay. It's gonna take forever. I know we've got the whole floor inside to do. we have the inside wall and the outside wall. Of course, the entrance area has so much stuff just piled in here. These plants and stuff. It's like, really? Ooh, a new job is available. Electrowash. Is there any chance you can get yourself to Washington to clean up our interactive solar system? We've had an incident. What kind of incident? I think this might be the first, that might be the first job that's taken us to Washington, too. All right. Seat of governmental power here in the county. This must be the exit way, I'm guessing. See, at least he shouldn't, you know, the Kevin shouldn't be upset about this place because they're exiting and they just directly see his helter skelter. So that's. She's probably gonna bitch and moan. He'd probably bitch and moan about, oh, this isn't a place for kids. Brings their kids to a carnival. Blah 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 blah. Kids don't have money. All right, come on. That's fine then. Beveled edges don't get any don't get any dirt. I can't. You won't let me stand up. There we go. How am I too close with the snub nose? Alright, now let's get the extra long one. Alright, there we go. Tidy everything up. Really don't think we need the extension on right now, but there's just so many surfaces to this stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright, fine. We'll give you the super long one. Can't tell me that you won't come clean then. I'm not exactly giving you a choice. You will come clean. Or else. It's not a threat. Just like saying or else. Didn't even realize there were lights there until I started cleaning them. I'm like, wait, this thing has lights? And I suppose if it runs at night, it would have to, wouldn't it? Well, I suppose the lights would also be, just a safety precaution for the kids when it's like it's not exactly open. This area is not exactly open to the daylight. know what? Let's get the second. Oh, that's better. What am I on? Okay. It's like, what am I stuck on? That's holding me up this time. I think all these animal sounds would like get on Kevin's nerves, you know? I'm kind of surprised that's not getting him annoyed and complaining about this thing. All right, come here, because we need to do something. Apparently, if we put him on here, we extend this up all the way, we get an achievement. Whoa, what the fuck? I do not think that was the achievement. What the hell just happened? That was peculiar. Like, I think it was trying to get me to stand on top of the gnome that I was carrying. Right? Like I said, I think it was trying to get me to stand on top of the gnome that was in my hands. It's like that doesn't work. Alright, so I think that's got all of this stuff. Oh, and of course there's rope around it too. Rope and that fake bamboo looking wood. I'm not sure why bamboo, but like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's like bamboo has nothing to do with alligators. All right, Sheila, what you got for me? Hey, just remember what that amazing thought was. Okay. Isn't it weird how some people have the perfect names for their jobs? Like, there was this famous detective from around here called Penelope Proof. But get this, she used to be a baker. Bet she rose through the ranks. Oh, you're not funny. Just stop, please. I mean, proof works for both a baker and a detective. Now, does she have a brother that she used to be in the bakery business with? Actually, that's a good point. Maybe we should, maybe we should, like, you know, go out to go out to the national park and visit the bakers out there and make sure that they haven't been up to their old ways. I mean, we didn't say anything to anybody after we, like, you know, cleaned their house, but, like, yeah, pretty sure they were thieves. I do wonder what those two are up to, though. Like, did they ever get caught? I'm kind of surprised that there's no, like, you know, that there isn't a like a notice or something up, like a newspaper article about the bank theft. You would figure that Harper would be, you know, would at least, like, kind of cover it. So I always thought Harper was like an archaeologist. I'm not entirely sure why he's like working out of our building. I know that this needs cleaned. Thank you. You know what? We might be able to... Okay, not quite. Now we're getting into the groove. Go. Okay, I think that should be everything there. All right, I think we're ready to work on the floor. Exclusively on the floor. Gotta remember not to go too fast. Otherwise, this thing don't do its job well. All right. Reminds me, how much is she paying us for this? $2,500. Not bad. Not bad. All right, give me just a moment here because I need to make a real quick pot trip, so we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Yay! All right. Take care of the edges. Sheila? I just had another thought. Those reptiles in my ride aren't gators. They're crocs. Thank you. I've been saying that for a while. You can tell by the teeth. Oh boy, hope no one notices. I noticed. Although, let me see something here. Yeah, see, they've got the point. They also have the narrow, pointy noses. If it looks like an A, it's a crocodile. If it's a broader, wider, kind of rounded nose, you know, almost like a C, it's an alligator. I have no idea why it is that way, but it is that way. Although, as I pointed out, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. They should not be alligators because they're also in fresh water. You know. Just don't let Kevin know about your misleading ride, because he'll try and use that to get you shut down. He's a bit of a douche like that. Oh no, this is the long. You can go back here. Almost looked like I'm using a metal detector, don't I? There we go. There's that. Now we've got the water floor. Where like 90% of my equipment is, apparently. All right, let's take a look and see what we have as far as washers and stuff. So, okay, we don't have the 17. Now we've got that achievement, so we can sell that again. All right, so it's 1,200 for the Urban Extreme. Yes, very funny, guys. I see what you did there. It's hilarious. let's take it from one to the other. Or, guess not. You know, we might actually be better off going old school with this. Oh, we'll take the tier 2 extension. Didn't realize there were, you know, lily pads over here. That's how filthy this place is. Trust me, little buddy, he does not care about your clackers. He will gobble you down whole. Do not trust him. You know, I can't help but wonder if Sheila's gonna, like, rethink her entire profession now. Just because, you know, the Sheila later alligator is filled with crocodiles. I mean, if a person's name is that important to their job, yeah, you should be looking for a new position, ma'am. You should be getting somebody else in here to do this. Just realizing exactly how hypnotizing all of this color is. It's like my brain is just like shutting down at this point. It's just like, just keep going. Just keep going. So I'm trying to figure out what an interactive solar system is. I mean, I'm guessing it's something along the lines of like the Smithsonian. Since it is in Washington. All right. Hey, this place is looking pretty effing clean, man. All right, there's a roof rock. And one of the coaster cars. Oh, one of the coaster seats. There we go. All right. the fishing bobby. There we go. Loading bay rock column. Aha. There we go. New items are available in the shop. I'm sure they are. Oh yeah, there she is. That's another 18 years of gator magic. Croc magic. Stop by for a free ride whenever you like. If you can stand the G-force, that is. Dude, I've already ridden it twice. I really don't need to go again. I appreciate the offer, but you know, it's not that big of it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this is the first job we're going into Washington for. Oh, that's the Den of Zen. Alright, nothing new there. Might as well buy some more furniture, I guess. Ooh, a cat climbing frame. Kitties would love that. So we have futuristic style, we have gothic, we have retro, we have some rustic and some whimsical. All right. Solar system exhibit. To get kids into science, we've been upping the ante on interactivity here at Washington Museum. So excitement was through the roof at the opening of our all-new state-of-the-art solar system. If there's one word we want everyone to take from their time in Washington, it's "That's amazing." That's 2 words. The people of Washington can't count, apparently. Unfortunately, its opening coincided with the annual Great Chocolate Giveaway, in the town square, and within seconds we had 200 hyper kids running around putting their sticky paws on everything. Can you please help? Sure, it's chocolate. All right, we're getting 3,500 from... Ooh. Now that's interesting. That looks like the mineral that we were cleaning up from the first game. Say, does anything rotate? Turn on the floor? Oh. All right, this is incredibly slow. Kindly do what I'm asking you to do. Rosalind Joyce, as you can see, those kids are feral as you like. But was it the chocolate that sent them over the edge? Maybe it was their excitement for science. Or was it the excitement of seeing the solar system like never before? I've got to be honest, when I first saw it, I ran around too, a lot. Actually, we are in an interactive solar system display for the Washington Museum. I'm thinking it's kind of like the Smithsonian. Also, hello. All right. Climbing up on top of the sun. Because that's just the thing you do. Looked like there were footprints up here, and I don't leave footprints. Like, seriously, how did a kid get, like, chocolate and... Okay, number one, how would a kid get up there to put anything up on that part of the ceiling? Number two, that's not chocolate. There we go. All right. Let's turn off the floor. Turn off. Where's the button? There it is. All right. So let's see here. We should have Mars should be first, right? Or Mercury. Yeah, Mercury. That's it. That's more like it. All right. So yeah, Mercury. With a big old handprint. That is not a child's handprint. All right, so Mercury. Then Venus. Then Earth. Of course, the moon. Yeah, some kid took a bite out of the moon. Wait, what? All right, so now we're on to Mars. Then Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. Why is there a ship warping around Jupiter? There's somebody trying to pull off the slingshot maneuver around Jupiter? I feel like we should, you know, I feel like that would be bigger news if there was. Or you just trying to give us a way up there without having to rely on a ladder. Right, Jupiter is too big. Apparently some kid took a bite out of the moon. What other, horrific things have happened to this poor place? I mean, besides, general kids being kids and super high on chocolate and sugar. All right, where's Saturn? There it is. Yeah, I'm not the first person to walk up on the rings of Saturn. Like, does the museum just not have any security whatsoever? Like, I'm pretty sure once you realized that the kids were out of control, you should have, like, called security, closed the museum, gotten them the hell out of there before they caused so much chaos and mayhem and destruction. I mean, at some point, you got to take responsibility for everything. Like, oh, the kids did this. It's like, okay. So you're telling me you're incapable of handling rowdy kids? I think you're in the wrong job. Especially for, running a museum whose purpose is to get everybody excited. Right, I forgot about Uranus. Okay, now where's Neptune? Oh, there it is. Ah. I mean, that's what security's for. I mean, I'm not suggesting they, like, pepper spray him or anything, but, you know. Like, if you want to if you're hoping to get kids excited about science and stuff like that, you know, you kind of gotta be ready for pretty much anything. There we go. Yes, and we have the cosmic ordering achievement, meaning that we went all the heavenly bodies in order from the sun out. I figured there was gotta be something like that for this. It's like, come on. Minus the, you know, the extracurriculars of, like, the spaceship that's orbiting Jupiter, or, you know, the rings of Saturn. Although I don't see anything that's denoting the asteroid belt that's in our solar system. Which is kind of a a big deal. It's museums like this that, you know, are the reason why most people don't even why a lot of people don't even realize that we have an asteroid belt in our solar system. Which allows science fiction to continue with the, oh no, the asteroid belts. You're entering an asteroid belt. You're never, you know, it's horrible. It's gonna be bad. What's that? That's, hey, Exostellaris. Like, yeah, asteroids are huge, and there's a lot of them in an asteroid belt, sure, but they're also, like, literally miles apart. Still questioning what this green stuff is. That's like, that is most definitely not chocolate. think I've got everything that's surrounding all of the planets. Hey, can you go somewhere, anywhere else? No, you can't. Almost expecting this to be like, you know, sponsored by Vault Tech with the colors and patterns that are in here. Like, why do you have stuff down there? Why? What is that? What is that little teeny tiny planet? It's not Mercury. That is nothing that is in our solar system. What kind of absurd shit are you teaching people? Of course, I already, you know, I'm already questioning their intelligence here. Since she said that, you know, she wanted people to come away with one word. That's amazing. It's like that. Nope. Try again, sweetheart. I'm not entirely sure they are, yeah, I'm not entirely sure they know what the hell they're talking about. Astronaut gnome, yeah. I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen the gnome here yet. Oh no, I have. He's up on the ceiling looking at the constellations. Wow, we can really just tear through this one, can't we? Oh, slowing down now. Yes, we have the gas giants, Saturn and Jupiter. Inside Earth. With the crust, we have the crust, the mantle, Tuzo, the Jason, the outer core, and the inner core. Please do not use unless authorized. Then maybe don't put a big fucking button there. It is in human nature to want to press the big red button. Even if you know that it's going to do something really bad. Terrestrial planets. And the black hole. Doppler beam disk. Event horizon shadow. And the photon sphere. Type of stars. Exostellaris Industries. Right, and there was this big old satellite that needed attention too. That is not to scale. I am pretty confident that is not to scale. And not in the right position. Like they took the time and effort to put everything basically to scale as far as all the planets, but the Stellaris stuff, no, that's got to be bigger than life. That's true. It would be, you know, it'd be next to him. It would be pretty much impossible to see, but still, I mean. There's appeasing the corporate sponsors, and then there's just like, you know, kind of going above and beyond. Like, hey, we've got a satellite. It's as big as Saturn, bitches. It's like, no, it's not. Right, that's probably where we need to. No? Oh, yeah, it is. It's just concave for some ungodly reason. I mean, I suppose it does have, you know, it is like holding a ball. Fucking rocket. God damn it. I just want to stand up so that I can crouch rather than like go fully prone. Or whatever it is that they call that, because it's not really prone anymore. More of a super crouch. Okay, should I be concerned that we have done all the planets? We've done almost all of the plaques and the stands for the planets, and we have only reached about 16%. Like, what kind of gimmicky bullshit are you gonna come up with? Like, are we going in? Do we have to go out and clean the fucking planets themselves, like the actual things? Is there some kind of like mystery stuff after this? No. Mercury got the Mercury display. All right, where are you, teeny tiny? I did get them. What? Hi there, buddy. All right, so we have to clean the... Oh, boy. I guess I understand why they're paying us over $3,000 for this job. How did the kids make this? How did the kids get up here to put chocolate on up here? Like, I can't even reach the frickin' walls. And she said they came in with sticky hands, not like, you know, with wads of melted chocolate. We should give our little gnome friend a name. Although it's not always the same gnome. There are at least 6 gnomes that, from what we've seen. Right, where is the break in... Is that it? Yes, there it is. Okay. What do you got for us? By the way, feel free to enjoy the exhibit and have a nosy at the info if you wish. We have to hit this edge too? Yep, apparently there's just enough stuff down here to... It curves around just enough. Ugh. All right, let me see here. We have 10 grand. A great balance of power and area of effect. All right, fine. Let's see what we can sell in order to get all right, let's like, why is the dome more filthy and like more sticky than like literally where the kids were able to put their mitts? All right, let's take it from this bar down. Alright, this one definitely has a much wider range, which is nice. Doesn't have as much power as the Urban X, but it does have a wider range, which is very nice. Urban X has power, Prime Vista has range, and Swirl Force is specialized. Alright, let's find the next break in the... Oh, there it is. Nice to see that they actually, like, you know, the two companies, the two fictitious power wash companies actually have, like, their own specialties, their own way. We can pick them up, but we cannot take them with us. There's like a gnome on every stage. But we can pick them up with us. We can say, hey, you know what? No. I know what we need to do. He is the center of the system. Now, apparently there is a hidden gnome somewhere in the home base. I'm not sure why they hid the gnome in the home base. Maybe he doesn't like being a part of everything. Perhaps he is scared of the cats. There we go. All right. Okay, we're not actually hitting that. There we go. Like, that seriously looks like marshmallows or cobwebs. One of the two. I also have a very serious question. I also have a question for the people who run this this museum. Like, she said that, you know, yes, some kid took a bite out of the moon. I think it was because they, you know, the kid thought it was made of cheese. It's like, wait, how did the kid take a bite out of it? What are the models made out of? And should he be rushed to the hospital, or, like, should we just should you have induced vomiting right then and there? Like, poisoning for kids is, like, extra bad. Shit, sorry. Now I've done it. I knocked God off his pedestal. Wait, if I dethrone God, does that mean I become God? If so, can I resign? Because I really don't want that kind of responsibility. hit you guys from down here. Obviously, I'm going to have to go back to this one. So that I can get the extra long nozzle. All right. All right. I'm thinking we're going to have to finish this one up tomorrow. Like, they are definitely just, like, laying on the big jobs. Like, we're about due for, like, a mini job, aren't we? Like, I admit there was a lot I didn't appreciate about the solar system till I worked here. Like, I had no idea that in Earth's prehistory, it collided with a protoplanet called Theia. Did you? Well, I knew that it had, you know, that it had collided with, collided with stuff to form a protoplanet. I mean, that's how planets are formed. It's a whole lot of stuff basically starts drifting together until, eventually it becomes, until eventually it collects up enough mass to just, like, start pulling in tons and tons of other stuff. I've not found the gnome that is in the home office. No. I think might be better off just with this one. All right, so it is split into quadrants. That's nice. With the size of everything, it is really difficult to tell how far away you are from what you're cleaning. Oh, there's lights here? Huh. Couldn't have told you that. All these planets are really kind of in the way, guys. Would you mind if I just, like, got rid of them? I mean, you don't really need all these planets, do you? Okay. Let's see here. Good grief. Yeah, it's like the sheer scale of this is still just kind of not clicking with me. It's like seems a whole lot bigger than it actually. It seems a whole lot smaller than it actually is. Okay, I think we're gonna hop back to home base real quick. And we're gonna try and see if we can't find that mysterious hidden node. All right, let's see if he is hiding in Harper's office. Does not look like it. Yes, I hear you, gators. Alright, didn't figure as much. That doesn't actually open. I'm guessing he must be outside then. Is he hiding in my bushes? Well, not these bushes, at least. Wow, we can actually get a lot further than I realized. Like, I didn't know we could get out to the sidewalk. In the trash cans. Up on a tree? On the roof? What was that? Might have just been asking me if I wanted to close the door. Let's see here. Aha! Found you. Naughty boy. Naughty, naughty boy. Just behind the door. All right. You know what? No. We're not just going to leave you sitting there. You're going to be working at Harper's desk from now on. I do appreciate all the lovely little models. They are quite nice. All right. Well, anyway, I think that's going to be it for tonight. So tomorrow we'll try and finish up the planetarium and find out what the next one is. Because yeah, my brain is just kind of like, "Eee." Anyway, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, our Twitter account, Tumblr account, Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more of the Outer Worlds 2. And then that following midnight, we'll be back with more Powerwash Simulator 2. And then Saturday, of course, we're going to have Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, and Escape Simulator 2. All of that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Here we go.